Second video of today. I've just done a 15-minute video that took 4 hours. Check that one out. Swapping the battery over on a Ducati. You'd think simple? No. Right, anyway. We're back on the lawnmowers, so this is the first video of the ones where we're going to start putting all these mowers back together. So I've just dragged one of the Kawasaki's in. I'm not sure which one it is. Probably should have looked at the labels. Hard to start, will not idle, runs okay. Right. I think this has got a few other things wrong with it I'd spotted as well. I can't remember if one of them, the throttle, wasn't working. But and I think this is the one with the Scarifier in, so we need to get that out and stick a blade box in it, which is one of these up here. And that looks suitably manky, so we're going to stick that in instead, get the Scarifier out, because I want to run it to cut grass, not to the Scarifier, so you'll get to see the Scarifier coming out. We'll chuck the Scarifiers to one side because I'm just keeping all of them because my wife keeps breaking them, and then we'll see how we go. So right, let me get you sorted out. I'm going to go and turn on the ultrasonic in the other room as well because we're going to need that. So be back shortly. So there's a fuel tap down there. On, choke on. It says hard starting. Bear in mind these have got no fuel in when I tested them before. So usually put a bit of gas on. Oops, I haven't turned the run switch on. There'll be no spark. And it is hot today and I can smell it's very fuely. Right, nothing wrong with that starting wise, apart from me not remembering. It is a little bit lumpy though, so let's see what happens when I put it onto idle. Yeah, it's a little bit lumpy. I think we're just looking at a carb clean and a service for this one. Let's see what it does at full throttle. Yeah, it's hunting. I can see it's hunting on the regulator, the governor. And more so when I put it under load. Yes, I think what we were looking at before was it had probably still got some stale fuel in the carb. I'd run these on E5, so it's low ethanol fuel. It's the super unleaded stuff if you're in the UK. I don't know what they call it in the States, but it's only, I think it's 5% ethanol rather than 10%, so you don't get the problems with the fuel going off. So I think it could do with an oil change and it could do with the carb whipping off, and we've got to get that out. So it should be warm enough now. I will get they're a bit of a pain up the backside, these, to actually empty out, so it's slightly easier if I take the box out, the cassette out, tip it forwards and then drain it through that one rather than the one at the back. So we'll crack on and do that then. So to get the cassette out, you've got to take the side panel off. I might as well get these off just so we can have a look at the bands, the drive belts. Yeah, they look okay. There's no sign of cracks. These machines are fairly new, so I'd be surprised. It's got the new pink gear on, which I don't think is as good. There's a little bit of play in that, but that's the drum, so I'm not so bothered about that. Right, so I'm just going to get the cassette out now, which I think is same again. It's 2 5mm. I've noticed these have actually got a hole for a 5mm Allen key, though it's not there. Like I said, we picked these up for me. One of them donated it to us, and the other one was my wife picked it up off Marketplace. These are an absolute nightmare to get out because you can only turn that so far. So far, let's get the Could have just got the drill on it, to be honest. Oh god, that's still covered in oil from the other day. Right, so 2 Allen key holes, one there, one there. So just check you can see that. Yes. Yes, the 2 Allen head bolts there and there. I think I'm doing the right ones. And it should just lift out then. I'm a bit rusted in. Right. Right. Sometimes when I've been on the wire, it's a bit of a bugger to get out. There you go, that's out. That's spinning quite nicely. It's well and truly wrapped up though with what we call twitch grass, so that'll need cleaning out. Give it a good blow off with the thing. Making a right mess of the floor. I'm going to have to sweep this lot up. Just a quick inspection. Looks okay. Some of these newer ones did suffer from rust a bit more than the older ones. But it looks fine. There's a lot more plastic. That's plastic. That'd be metal on the older ones. So we'll give it a quick blowout, get the oil thing changed now while it's warm, and then we'll get the carb off. So I'm gonna have to put the compressor on, so we'll just shut you down. Let's just give this a razz out. It's always useful doing this because you've got to make sure that the cooling fins there, because it isn't. They are air-cooled engines. Right, now that's shut up, let's get this out. Get ready to catch it because I don't know how much oil these hold. Do you know what, that oil looks fairly clean. I suspect it's not had much run time, this one. And there's no glycery stuff coming out, that's always a good sign. Yeah, that oil's fairly clean. So like I said, it's just going to get a basic service today, and we'll clean the carb out just because it's hunting a bit, so I suspect there's a bit of crap in one of the jets somewhere. There's no reason to start adjusting anything because that's how it would have been out of the factory, so it should be good enough. 10, look like a 10. Do a James Corden and get the Ryobi out and just spin the bolts off and throw them all over the floor. Does my flipping boxing when he does that. It's like if I did that, I'd never see it again. To be gone forever. Right. One thing I will do though is, so I'm shocking it just so I can get it off the gasket at the back without damaging it, and there's a load of crap in there as well we could do with blowing out. Right, so you've got to be careful here because we've got 2 springs. One of them's a they're both attached to the governor, but one of them is an anti-surge spring. Alright, so that's got that off. Now I want to try and get this off without spilling any of the fuel, he says optimistically. Should have done this while it was up there. There we go. Alright, don't want to spill any of the fuel because I want to have a look at it and see if there's any crap. So I just need to crack the bowl off and have a look. Actually, there is a screw. So there's a drain screw here. We'll just drain it out. Well, it'll tell us if the drain's blocked, if nothing else. So there should be fuel in there because I've tried not to spill it. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. No fuel in it. Oh, now we've got some fuel coming out. There's some debris in there that could potentially have been blocking it up. Oh, that was nice and easy to get off. The bolt has got a bit of corrosion on there, so yeah, look at that. There you go. That's what's causing the problem. Yeah, and the jetting looks blocked. So you see all this there. That's using normal fuel. So it's corroded up, so we're going to need to clean that off. We'll see what it looks like when it's come out of the ultrasonic. Appears to be some kind of a spring on there. I've never seen that before. It's a new one on me. And I do need to be careful if that's not coming straight out, so I just need to be a little bit careful with that. In fact, let me spin that round so I can see. Well, that's not helpful. Right. So I'm just going to right, that's not showing any signs of wanting to come out. So I'm just tapping it gently, see if I can get it to move. But it looks like it might have been punched. Oh, we've got a bit of movement. Right, no, we'll not push our luck with that anymore. Right, so just be careful with these, because you see that's got a shoulder on it. You've just got to be careful with some of these that have got a narrow entry hole that you don't grind. Oh, that's it, that come to pieces lovely. Right, so yeah, that looks slightly scabby. Let's see what's the smallest one we've got, because I bet you it won't fit that, because that looks tiny.
I didn't catch that. Could you try again?
No, you're alright, silly mate. Right, what I will do though is I will just get the wire brush out and just give this a quick clean up, just to see if we can give the ultrasonic a little bit of help. I'm not going to push that. I'm not going to push the float pin anymore. I just want to have a look behind there, because I think there might be something behind there. Nope. Sometimes they have another. Depends on the carburetor. Sometimes that's the idle circuit as well. Yeah, there would be one there. In fact, I would have expected to see one there. Why have I not seen one there? That would explain a lot. So where is the idle circuit? Where is the idle jet? So have a look, see if there's a way of pushing the emulsion tube down in this one. Right, is there. It's whether or not we can get it down, because they don't. Oh, yep. Alright, so there's the emulsion tube. That looks pretty clean, to be honest. I think most of this is actually going to be in the see, I would have expected there to be a ball bearing or something in there blocking that up. Ah, no, that's the inlet for the, yeah, that's where the fuel comes in. The jet sits higher up than that. I thought the jet sat down here. Right, because sometimes you get that, the main jet's down there and you have the idle circuit there. Could be talking out my arse, but... Right, so that can go in. I might have to leave that on. The carburettor's pretty crapped up as well. The throttle plate. It has got a little gap, but I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to. Oh, maybe that's how they get the that is the idle circuit. And they've got a gap in it. Pretty sure it's not supposed to. Let's see if we can Right. Now this we appear to have lost the spring. It's fallen off anyway. Like I said, I've never seen one of these with a. I've never seen a carb with a spring on before. Is that it? No. When did that fall off? Interesting. Oh, that's never going to be seen again. Yeah, you don't need it, to be honest. I've no idea why it's on there. To be fair, it's not falling in me thing, is it? I bet I caught it when I was brushing this off. Right. Yeah, there's a whole load of crap come out of there. So just give it a little, give the ultrasonic a little bit of assistance. That'll be why that was blocked up as well. That'll be full of crap, so we'll get that off. Took all the bits in a pot. Yeah, it would have been nice to get the needle out, but I don't think the needle was an issue. But what I can do now though is now that spring's come off anyway, we can it's not having it. I don't really want to Alright, so what we can do is we can try and balance that on there and just see if we can give it a tap out. Because that's supporting the, it is coming that. That's supporting the end of that, so in theory we shouldn't get any breakages. See if you can see what I'm up to. So I've just got a socket under there supporting the end of the pin. I'm just giving it some. It is on its way out. It's very, very tight. I suspect it might have been peened there and there just to fasten it. And the only thing I'm worried about is while I'm braying on this, it's actually it could be rolling the top of them over as well, which then means it's going to be that's as flat as we're going to get. Something's munching on the back of my leg. What do we got now? Need something tiny. I have got a better hammer for doing this, he says. Actually, I might. Oh, yeah. I've got my kids' woodworking tool hammer. Right, see if I can, have we got enough of that out now to I think it's coming. I think it's actually this side that it's stiff on. And it's definitely coming out. I just need a thinner. Bear with me while I go and have a fertle in my box. Alright. So here we go with this. I've got a aha. Running out of gaps. Right, see if I can do this with one hand. Oh, mouldy. Right, let me just deal with that. Right, I think I've got enough out. The problem is because I use organic cleaner, and if you leave it in there for too long in this warm temperature, it just starts to rot. So I've got most of it out of the way. The ultrasonic will blast it to pieces anyway. What I don't want is any of the residue from it getting into the small bits on that. So let me just load it up. Ouch, that's hot. Set it for about 20 minutes. Something like that. See all the crap coming off it. Right, let's come back in 20 minutes. I nearly forgot. Looks like the gas bottle fairy's been while I've been away. Right then, let's see if we can just shift that. That's for the oil change. See if we can do something with this. I don't know if that's bent or what. It just seems a bit stiff and rusty. The seal's blown out there by the looks of it. There's something rubber in there. Yeah, it looks like there's supposed to be a cap and something's got behind the cap and blown the cap out. So it's possibly not running as smooth as it should. See if we can find something to help that. Just knock the crappy grass off it and just see how bad it is actually. It probably wasn't a bad unit, this one, it's just been, we don't tend to clean them off after we've used them, so I mean that's how bad you should do really. You should clear all the grass off because the grass is moist and it just eats through, but to be honest it's fairly high grade steel because it's sharpened, so it generally doesn't, it's not going to rot through and suddenly disappear, it's just going to be surface rust. See people custom, you know, completely rebuilding these and repainting these. It's kind of a bit pointless because they just end up looking the same after about 2 minutes anyway. Trying not to stab myself in the finger with a thing. You all know it's with a screwdriver. You all know it's coming. It's kind of looking a bit better now. I can't tell if that is bent or not. It might be. No, I think that's right. I think it's just an optical illusion because of the blades. Tip it all out onto the floor. I'm going to have to sweep up anyway. Made a right mess in my nice clean workshop. No, you use the word clean. It's not as bad as the other workshop. The other workshop is just full of sawdust, chicken droppings, rat poop. No woodworking tools now. It's a bit of a shame. I do miss it, but I've got to prioritise, and I needed the space. I needed the office space. You know, we've finally done what we needed it to do. If we ever sell the house, you know, that's going to sell the house more than a first fix building that's been quite obviously used for all sorts. People can't often see the potential in stuff until you actually do it for them. So people are often lazy as well. So you'll get more for doing it than you would for leaving it as a thing. Right. That's okay actually, it's just catching. We could probably knock it off a notch until we get it running. That's the biggest, juiciest screwdriver we've got, so to knock these off you just turn them out one. And that allows the blade to move up. If it's free moving, that is. So I can get that onto. The thing is, you're driving them down against a spring, but they don't necessarily always go back up. Might take another one off that. It is a bit too tight. So normally what you do is the kind of self-sharpening, you wind them down a little bit every time, and they grind off against the blade. I mean, it's dragging, it's touching all the way along, so. Right. Yeah, one of these was a bit suspect. We thought the bearings were going in it, so I think it might be this one. So we'll stick it on and see what it runs like. Rightio. They might not be off this age, but they're all supposed to be interchangeable. And I know you must be, because you got the thingy unit out of our original one, which was one of the original ones, to a Tecumseh engine in it, so that's what old that one is. Come on, stop being awkward. See, I never usually have a problem getting these in. I wonder if the bottom's slid out at all. It does look like there's a bit of a gap there. I'm just going to get a bit of a welly. I think the box might have moved out slightly. Decent sized hammer. Alright. On the floor. Yeah, that one's undone. So it could be that. Just spotted that. I think it's a normal sized. I'm going to waffle at the other side where I've got my microphone on and you can still hear me. Yeah, that's undone that. Just check the others while I'm here. See, that shouldn't have been undone like that. Yeah, that one's loose as well. I bet that's what's happened. Yeah, they're all loose. Keep an eye on that. If they keep coming out, we'll stick some liquid thread lock on. Shouldn't really, because they're not. Keep your fingers out of the blade, Mark. I think that's it. In a minute, because I won't be able to get those screws in. Nope, they're in. That's it. I think I've scattered 2 screws to the... Oh no, there's the other one, and there's the other one. Caught them all. That one back, and that one back. Get the 5mm. No. What did we do with the 5mm? Trying to see where I've put the 5mm now. No idea. So a quick tidy up. Starting to lose tools again. Just for a change. Still don't know where this. Yeah, so I've lost the 3/4 drive somewhere. I know I had it after the last thing we did because I packed everything away. Is it underneath the mower? No. No. No idea. Alright, get the torque wrench out until it turns up. Mark looks for tools. It was all horrible and greasy. And we had it when we took that off. So whatever that is, that's where it will be. Anyway, right, let's get these back in. when you use them for scarifying, they get absolutely just rammed full of weed. That's generally why you're scarifying. So the scarifiers themselves need stripping down and rebuilding. Yeah, they only want to be about 6 Newton meters, like when you do a seat stem up on a bike. Or one ugger dugger if you're using the impact. Actually looking alright now, cleaned it up. Right, again they don't need to be massively tight, but just to stop the thing from moving around. So the missing socket will turn up in a minute. Right, we'll go and wander off and see if the thing has finished cooking. Just cleaned the back of that out, we've cleaned the floor up, just made it a bit tidier, found all the missing tools. They were indeed where I'd put them. I just couldn't remember where that was. 5mm. What's that one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Might still have to get this off to adjust the belts, so to see if the belts are slipping. So like I said, I can't remember this one because it's that long since we've used any of these regularly for the last 2 years, 2 and a bit years. I've been using the other lawnmower that we got donated as a basket case that's still running, the one with the Briggs and Scrapham engine on. It's still running well, that's due for a service as well. Put a new blade on it. It's not fallen to pieces anymore. Right, I even bought a new grass box for it. Kind of my weapon of choice now, that one. Right, let us go and fetch the carb back. Right, let's give myself some clean space to work on. That's all it needs. Right, carb spray. That's nice and clear. It's nice and clear. There's the hole for that one. Just trying to drive the water out. A couple of jets in there that need doing too. I think that's about as good as it's going to get. Right, long bit to the top. We'll just give this a quick blast out as well, just to be on the safe side. Long bit to the top. I think that's how it goes. Yep. The bitey things are out today. We're at festival Friday night and Saturday night, so we just come back this morning. I'm a little bit tired, so I've still got this on. Festival, just in case you haven't spotted that. I'm probably over tighten that, that's better. Right, just in case I want any shit in there. Yeah, that looks a lot better now. Oh, that's come clean. Right, let's just have a look at the good thing about this is it evaporates and takes the water with it. So we'll just drop that in there. I'm anticipating we're going to have a little bit of a battle with this. Just noticed a ton of shit that was still attached to that. No sign of the dinky screw, but being I've just swept the work surface off, I think that's gone forever now. Yeah, I can feel a little bit of an edge to that. I'm just having a look, see if I've got any emery cloth. It'll stop it from coming out, I guess. It'll not hurt to force it in, because actually I do need to burr it out a little bit more to make this pin easier to get out and in and out. Just go and get that tiny Tim end again. Good thing about putting it in, it's a damn sight easier than taking it out. Actually, that did go in slightly better than before. Let's put the hammer down in some muck. So it's going in. Cool. Just knock it back the other way. So it's even Stevens. Actually, that's moving a lot better now. I wonder where that spring got to. So chances of finding that now are zero. Like I said, you don't need it. The other stuff, it's mainly to stop it getting stuck, if anything else. Stuck down, shouldn't get stuck down though. Yeah, bowl's nice and clean. Stick that back in. And then we've just got the drain screw to put in. No. No. Yep. 12 mil. Don't want to tempt fate, this is going awfully well. Now that was on there. If that's there, we're not going to be able to get to that screw, so it wants to be around the other side. It's not important like the other ones. I can't remember which. In fact, I'll go and have a look at the other one. Yep, I was right, that's where it goes. You're still recording? Yep. Alright, it's nice and snugged up. Yeah. So that's the fuel fill. That's an overflow, I think. Possibly. Right, let's put the bowl drain screw back in. So much easier having an ultrasonic. You can just chuck it in there, clean it out, and then chuck it in there. 9 times out of 10 that will fix anything. Alright, just give this a quick blast out. I know we've already done this, but It does look like there's a hole down there. Right, bear with me, we'll find a tiny bit of wire. That was actually blocked. So I've just found I can't find it now. I just pulled myself a nice long straight one off here and I just wanged it down there, and it is now, yep, that was blocked. So there you go, even the ultrasonic didn't clean that out. Cool, right, let's get this back on. Back on. Bleep, we're back. Ugh. That's the first thing, let's just get all that crap out of there so we're not hoovering that back in. Right. So don't forget to attach your governor backlash spring, so this takes any play out in the linkage, because if you've got play on a governor arm, that itself will cause surging. So just check everything's, depending on the type of governor it is, whether it's a wind vane one or whether it's a centrifugal one within the thing itself. Alright, so let's go and rescue that. And drop that on there. That's it, all good. Sediment bowl, looks a bit sedimenty. Can't get that off. Well, it is shut off the fuel anyway, so that's good. Right, let me see if I can get something to get that off. We will, in the meantime, let's get this rest of this back on before we get distracted. So just check that as well and make sure there's no holes you're obscuring that shouldn't be obscured. That looks okay, it looks like it's the same both ways up. Don't forget to plug in your crankcase breather as well. That's the pipe on the other side, so that lets any back pressure that's coming through past the pistons into the cylinder head, that allows it to come back through here and get recycled, so it's like a clean air system. It's like smog, I think they call it in the States, we call it ERG, engine gas recirculation. 90% of the recalls on my 5 Series BMW have been to address problems with that. Probably about 6 Newton meters this. I haven't got the specs, I know other people get their torque wrenches on, but I'm going to go click at that. It's a plastic box making a seal onto cardboard. There's only so much torque's going to help that. Right, let's put this on and then we'll empty out that thing and see if it runs any better. I think you do it this way round. We will find out in a minute. That's it. She's in. Not the easiest things to do. Right. So let's just get that sediment bowl off and clean that out. Can't see any other friendly way of doing this, so we're just going to have to get on with this and just hope for the best that we don't wreck it. Hopefully the tank's turned off, so all I should be getting running back is just what's in the pipe. Right, we'll just give that a quick blast down, get the muck out of it. At this rate, I'm going to have to get some more carb spray. That's way cleaner already. Right, back on again. I think one thing I've learnt over the last few days is I need more battery packs and more memory cards. I used to have 3, but I donated one to the goggles on the drone. There's only 32 card, and I can only run the thing for 15 minutes max per battery, so there's only so much recording you can do. Oops, I just slightly over tighten that. I think that's just the retainer. Right, moment of truth. So we find out we've got no fuel now. It says on. That says off. That definitely says on. I think that's off. That's on. Is it filling up? Don't know. Run. Let's see. No, I didn't know a lot of hope here. I wonder whether I've run out of fuel. Because I only put a splash in here. Now we've got plenty of fuel in there. There's a bit of muck in the bottom of here as well. So look like bugs them. Can I just say, if there's anybody out there that's a funnel manufacturer, I need some funnels. Every time I go to do anything, I've never got a fucking funnel. Somebody steals the fucking funnels. I am funnelless. It is not funnelly. So I'm not even sure what this funnel is. Yeah, I'm not going to be putting that in there until I've cleaned that out. Or banged it out. Can I get that out? Flipping heck, God knows what that is. Ah, that's sorted it. It's blown that stupid gauze out. Right, I'm just going to be careful with this one. I can't remember whether these work off the dipstick screwed in or you just put it in, but we'll go on the dipstick screwed in. That might have way too much oil in it now. Half throttle on, choke. Just check we are getting fuel again. Yep, there is fuel getting in this time. No excuse. Just in case it's stuck. Of course, if I've been shoving fuel straight in out of the pipe, that's probably just flooded the don't know if you can see that. It's saturated, so I think I've flooded the engine when I've had it connected up to the overflow. I'll just waz it out and I'll burn that off. So I'll just burn the tip of the spark plug off with the blowtorch. Couldn't be bothered to resight you for that. Start to get really hot and humid now. Right, do we think it's going to go? I'm not convinced, but I think as it's flooded we'll full throttle it. Check that's on. There we go. Oh, it's running beaut now. That's on idle. That's spot on. Brilliant. Yeah, it seems to be on full power now. Weirdly though, that doesn't appear to be doing much. That's better. Then the governor just got stuck. Yeah, see now that's acting. Oh, that'll be why. No fuel. Duh. That's weird. The governor doesn't appear to be doing anything. I can see the governor's working, but when I'm moving that, the bit that pulls on the governor appears to be disconnected. Right, I think we're going to have to investigate that. Fortunately, that's behind the thing. Right, so it does look like it is doing something, but only that last bit. So that's off, but then I think we've got a bit of an issue like we had in the other one. I think this has slipped possibly. That wasn't very tight. Right, so as soon as there's definitely something going on with that. As soon as I move that, is it the throttle that's sticking? No, that's moving. That's catching on something. Right, so there's something under there that this is catching on. So that could have been contributing to the problems all along, and I've got no idea how to get into this bit. So you're going to have to bear with me. That looked better when the fuel shut-off was there. Just as I was saying, this was going rather well. Right, don't forget there's a earth ground that needs to go on there. Looks there's a big lump or something under there. Right, how do you get that fuel cell off? One screw there and one screw there. And they look like they are 10s. Let's get the long thing. So it's possible this could have been like this all along, or I've blown something in, because there was a lot of crap under here. We've got another one under there I didn't see. I think we've got enough access though. Right. Ouch, that exhaust pipe's hot. Yeah. Some crap there. Could have even been that bottom of that clip on that tank that was catching on it. Shove that back down again, let's see. Or whatever it is, it's not doing it now. So there was something catching on it, but it's stopped now. Right. Let's put this lot back together again. That really annoying spring on. Right, that is moving all the way now and it's returning freely. Right, that looks like it should be working. We should be able to put that back where it was. Actually, need to put the rest of it on first. I don't know whether I'm loath to put this on, because if I guarantee if I put it on it's not going to work, but if I don't put it on it will work. Let's play Jeopardy. Oh. Don't forget that one needs a... Why they've screwed that onto a plastic piece, I don't know, but I guess it's good enough. It makes contact through the screw and the washer, I suppose. Wouldn't be my first choice. Looks like these engines have been reworked a few times, because that's where the fuel shut-off was, like them other fuel shut-off valves I use. Of course, I've burnt my arm again now. I'm just starting to heal with that one. I've gone and stuck another one on. Right, just got to screw these back in now. Right, let's see what happens now. Fuel's on, set to run. Right, future Mark here. No idea what happened to the sound on this. The batteries weren't flat anyway on the mic. I'm wondering whether I just knocked it out. But anyway, I'm pointing and waving a bit here. So at the end of the last clip, I was having problems with it surging, and I went off and I got something to eat basically. And when I came back, I went through the carburettor off camera, which is probably where we lost the sound. So I stripped the carburettor down, and the throttle plate I had noticed in the previous clip was sticking. So I reseated the throttle plate. Sorry, we didn't get any video footage of that. I think going for food in between doesn't help. So what I'm doing here now is it's running again. I'm just tweaking back the governor springs and control springs that I'd messed about with when I was trying to free up the governor and work out why it wasn't working. So I think all in all with this this mower, there's a few things wrong with it. The governor was sticking anyway. There was some muck around it. The throttle plate was also sticking, so it was sticking on, but then when you freed it, the throttle, once you freed the throttle plate, then the governor was sticking halfway through its motion of travel. So I think me actually moving the cable backwards and forwards in the holder didn't help that at all, and messing about with the thing. So ultimately, with the wrap up for this video, the reason it wasn't running, which was initially the main problem, was all down to the jetting in the carburettor was blocked on the idle circuit, and then the rest of the stuff was probably stuff that was wrong with it and had been wrong with it for a while, but it had not been noticed, or it had only manifested itself while it was in storage. So it is working now. I do like these the setup on these, that when you're on full throttle it is just about your walking pace. Some of the other ones, when they're on full throttle, it just goes out of control and you're like running behind it. So I'm just sorting out the grass collector, because you can see I've got 4 there, and I've got 2 Kawasaki's the same, so I'm trying to find the right one, and I forgot to put the grass collector box arm on it as well. So this one we're going to keep. I'm going to try and get it used, so I might record a short of me using this one. This will be one we keep, as I said. So we've got one set up for scarifying, one set up for cutting. That one's ready to go, and I'm waving goodbye.